Okay, you guys, happy Freebie Friday and happy National Card Making Day. If you guys are thinking about getting started on your Christmas cards, October is always a really good month to get going on them because, as we all know, November and December can be quite busy. So October is the perfect month to kick this off. And so I kind of wanted to get things going with holiday card making. I actually started last week, but this week we're featuring the In the Pines bundle. So that includes the stamp set here and then the dies, the Pine Woods dies. Really, really versatile, fun tree set. I've got a couple of really, really easy projects because if you're making, I don't know, some people I know start their holiday cards and they end up making 100 or more. And so when you're making a lot of cards, sometimes it's nice to have the wow factor, but in something that's not so complicated. So I hope that's what I'm going to feature for you guys today. Please remember, all orders that are $35 or more placed by midnight using this hostess code in my online store will get all 3 of these projects for free. I'm actually going to kick things off with something I actually started ahead of time just to kind of save a little bit of time on our project. And all I did was I took a piece of 8.5 by 11, cut it on the long side at 5.5, cut it in half, and then I scored that piece in half at 4.25. And then I took just a small piece, 2-inch piece, yep, 2 inches, 2-inch piece of the brush metallic, whichever sheet you like. There's 3 different colors that come in the set. I believe this is the brass. And then I embossed. So I sent the very vanilla through the embossing folder. And again, I just put it on half of the card. All it is the piece of cardstock cut in half. And then I ran it back through with the brushed brush metallic. And then the nested labels, there are 2 things that I highly recommend that you get for card, specifically for card making. It makes putting cards together easy, and it is going to be what I'm featuring today. Stitch nested labels, and then the ornate layers dies. On the back, I have the magnet sheet. This is the long rectangular pieces that come in that same set, and then the layered frames, and then these are the nested labels. Highly recommend both of those. And then the embossing folder, I'm going to have to post the name of this because it escapes me for some reason right now. But it's in the holiday catalog. This is the embossing folder. It's a 3D embossing folder. I want to say In the Pines embossing folder. I will look it up, you guys. So I cut out one of the nested labels, and we're actually just going to fit it right on here, but we're going to stamp our sentiment first. And I'm actually going to be using the sentiment right from the set, Season's Greetings, as soon as I grab it. Oh, that's not going to be big enough. I grabbed the wrong size block. The D block is what I need. Let's try that again. Let's try it again. So this stamp set has a couple of really, really nice sentiments. Thinking of you as kind of a general. And I'm actually going to stamp off on this because I want it to be, yeah, a little bit more gold than brown. So that's how I'm achieving that, is I'm doing a 2nd generation stamp. And then I'm going to take some of these. Now, I apologize. These got crunched. Some of my, oh no, not the stars. We're going to use the stars later. Sorry. I meant to grab the champagne rhinestones. Some of my champagne rhinestones, we're going to just kind of put a little pattern of rhinestones. We're going to do, oh, let's do a big one. And I'm just using my scissors. And then we're going to pop this up, grab my dimensionals. I'm using mini dimensionals only because they were on top. There's no specific reason for that, just they were on top. That's what I'm using what's on top. And then we will grab our liquid adhesive because this side of the embossed piece is raised up a little bit on its own, so I don't want it to be overly. And then we're just going to put this down. Love. And then we'll put one more dimensional off to the side because you know it's got to be in 3s. And that card is done. Look how easy that was. And this has got, oh, my glue isn't sticking. And it's got some punch. I mean, this has got some presence, and it's so super easy. It'd be easy for you guys to bust out a couple hundred of those for your family and friends for giving. Okay. Our next one features the nested labels again. So I've just got a larger size of the nested label. We're going to go vertical this time instead of horizontal. And I just have the Whisper White again, cut a regular card base, scored it at 4 1/4. This one is, let me think, this is 4 by 5 1/4, and this is 5 by 3 3/4 panel. And this is for the Heartwarming Hugs DSP. This is Pear Pizzazz, and I'm just going to layer them right here. Couldn't be more simple. And then I'm going to grab one of the trees. Let me grab it. So do that one. And this one. And I'm going to grab my old olive. Old olive ink. Let me move my snips out of the way. These are super sharp too, you guys. If you're looking for a good pair of snips, these are where it's at for sure. So I'm going to do the 2-step stamping. So that's going to be the leaves. And then, hang on a sec, you guys. Let me grab my stamp cleaner. Awesome. Okay. And then we're going to take the actual tree itself and put that right over top. Oh, isn't that so pretty? You guys, this is just such a stunning, stunning set. I just can't even tell you. Now we're going to take one of our stars. As soon as I open this, we're going to put this on the top of the tree. Just snag one. Just to kind of give it a little bling. Love. And then we're going to grab our sentiment. And I'm going to use the sentiment from the Poinsettia Petals set. Only because it's a little bit smaller and a little bit more blockier. Does that make sense? Blockier, is that a word? I just like the Happy Holidays that's in it. I used it last week too, and then couldn't remember where it came from. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you guys. I am a hot mess. Okay, so I'm going to grab that Old Olive again. And we're going to do the sentiment in Old Olive too. So, let's see. How do I want to do this, you guys? There we go. Oh, love. Okay, perfect. Now all we're going to do is we're going to, oh, my star isn't. Well, let's straighten out my star here. There we go. All right. So now we're just going to put this together. Adhesive. Put that on the card. And remember, when you're lining this up, you just got to line it up, which I didn't do. Line it up on 3 sides before you press down. And it will press evenly. Same thing here. You know, this would be cute even on the red. Even if we did red on green. Oh, that would still be cute. We're not. We're going to do this side. Again, line it up on 3 sides. Once it's in place, it'll be lined up on the 4th side. And then we're going to pop up the nested label, stitch nested label. And again, I'm using the mini dimensionals only because they're within reach. So please know there's no other reason for doing that other than it's just there. And then we're going to grab a pop dot. Oh, pop dot. Listen, glue dot is what I meant. And I just took the red braided trim from the holiday catalog, and I just made a bow, and we're just going to put that on there. Again, another simple, sweet, simple holiday card. And for the third one, so what I did was I took a piece of Very Vanilla and I cut out the tree. There's a tree piece die in here. It's a one-step, super easy die. I just put it on there and I cut it out, and then I went back with the ornate layer and I sent it back through. So I did this one right here, sent it back through. Now in both cases, you guys know my little trick, right? In both cases, I used my dryer sheet underneath because this is so detailed. I just wanted to make sure that it came out clean. So that is my little tip, is to make sure that you take 2 pieces of dryer sheet, you fold it in half, and then you put that underneath your paper. You put your paper and then the die, and then run it through to get this. So here's the other one that I did. I moved it up just a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the last one. We're going to put a little star detail on the top of our tree. If I can get my fingers. Ooh! I kind of dropped it. I didn't mean to do that, but I like it. That's good. Landed right where I wanted it to. Now this one, I've got a card base of Mary Merlot, cut the same way as the other 2. This is Mary Merlot. And then I've got a piece of the Plaid Tidings DSP cut to size, and I will post the sizes on my PDF. Actually, I can tell you what it is. It's 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. So 3 3/4 by 5 1/2 is the panel. And then I'm just gonna pop this up right here after we stamp our sentiment. Let me grab the sentiment from the In the Pines, Season's Greetings. Oh wait, I already have it on a block. I'm ahead of myself here. Season's Greetings. Open up my Mary Merlot ink. Let me make sure I don't. Okay, love it. Line this up here. Down. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, you guys, you know how much I love it when the stamps just stamp so cleanly. You just can't beat it, right? And then we'll take our pop dots again. Again, using the minis, only because that's what is sitting right here. If you have the larger ones, by all means, use the larger ones. It covers more area for sure. All right. And I'm just going to grab my snips and peel these. Peel these. Oops, I peeled it right up. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. There we go. You definitely have to be patient with the smaller ones for sure, which I'm not. We all know patience is not something that I have a ton of, but we're getting there. Slow but sure, we're getting there. This is our last one, and honestly, these are all meant to be for National Card Making Day. It's meant to be super easy so that when you are making lots and lots of cards, you're not, by the way, this is what the back looks like from that designer series paper. This one's pretty just by itself too. Again, whoops. We're gonna line up 3 sides. Actually, no, this one we don't line up 3 sides because this one's meant to just go right down the center. Correction. You're gonna line it up from top to bottom and put it down. And then put this one, pop this one on top. Ta-da! Okay, you guys. There we have it. We have our 3 holiday cards for National Card Making Day. They're all Christmas themed. Hoping to inspire you guys to get going on your Christmas card making. Of course, we featured In the Pines, and everybody who places an order in my online store of $35 or more by midnight on October 9th, using this hostess code, will receive all 3 of these kits for free. So happy National Card Making Day, you guys. We'll talk to you later.